Hello, my name is RBV. Welcome to my channel. Today is my birthday, so happy birthday to me. This video was a lot of fun and also a lot of work, so I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, so we have a level 100 account with a metric ton of resources. We have a ton of energy, a ton of silver, a ton of gems. I'm going to do like a basic overview to see what's happening with the account. So the person owning this account is actually in my clan, and he said he needed some help with the clan boss. He's currently doing 2 keys on the Ultra Nightmare. Actually, never mind, he's doing 3 keys on the Ultra Nightmare. He wants to improve that, obviously. So I'll be focusing on that primarily. He also wants to improve his Hydra. He's currently doing normal. He's doing 44 mil. So we're going to be focusing on those 2 areas and see how we can improve it. He also told me not to touch any of the arena champions, which is fine. This is his arena comp, and he's a big fan of bombs, as you can see. So we're not going to touch these 4, and also the Leo, because he uses that from time to time. This is the tag team arena. These ones are, free for all. Great Hall is looking very spicy, very nice. So we have a lot of bonuses. We have no area bonuses, which is also very important, which means we won't brick our clan boss team, like the speed toons, right? Ice Golem, current time is 2 minutes and 12 seconds. He also told me he usually just hits stage 20s, and that's about it. He didn't use hard, but we can maybe make some hard teams as well. This is the spider timing. It's 31 seconds, which is not bad, but we can improve that a lot more. Dragon is 135, which is also fine. So we're gonna check the rest of it out and see what we can do. So finally we are on the champions. As you can see, we have a lot of gold. He told me I can use any resources as I please. Also, he told me he has no books because he used it to book out his second Knut. So yeah, let's get it started. I'm thinking going clan boss first, because that's the most important part. Before I start, I wanted to check out the gear. We do have some awkward pieces. For level 100 account, he really shouldn't have any rare pieces. I'm gonna do a bit of a gear cleanse. I'm not gonna delete too much because he doesn't really need silver, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so first thing first, we use gloves, chests, and boots. We search for flat HP, attack, and defense, and then we sell. The main thing to remember here is not to sell pieces that can be reworked or valuable sets like protection, stone skin, righteous, merciless, and so far and so forth. Anyways, I'm going to delete some of these and continue on. I also went ahead and deleted some or sold some rare pieces. I didn't sell anything that was 12 or above, and I also didn't sell any critical damage gloves that are 6-star. I didn't sell any speed boots. So yeah, this is about it. I was thinking about which team to choose. There are plenty of good champions. I was thinking maybe Unkillable. I'm going to go with Mashal. I'm also going to get Rathalos. Those 2 will be the damage, and then we can use Satura. And sorry if I'm butchering these names, by the way. Seeker and the Mitha. I can't seem to find right now. Here. Okay. So the main problem I can see is the lack of, high level awakenings. Epics are pretty decent, but the legendaries are kind of low. So I'm going to use Mashal for the Brimstone, and I'm probably going to use Seeker for the Cruelty, for the decreased defense. That's how I'm going to build it. Okay, so I tossed a few things together here. This is for the tag team arena because a lot of them had their gear changed and switched out. So I made one team, which is the first team, which is all different affinities for the quest, and they all made sense together, so why not, right? Second team is a full spirit team, which is also for the quest, which basically means that's a freebie 2-in-1. And the third one is also the same affinity, but that was completely accidental. So, you know, still works together. So that's all I wanted to do. Anyways, okay, so the next thing I want to speed up is the spider team. Not stage 19, stage 20, thank you. I see he likes to level using the dungeons, so I will try to make like a 3-man team so they can destroy this quickly and see how it goes. Okay, let's test it out. Did that just happen, bro? Did we need a second? Okay, wait, just 1 second. You know what? I'm gonna repeat this because I'm not sure if he's gonna one-shot the boss every time. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, that's even better than I thought. Okay. Nice. Okay, so this is for the dragon. Changed a few things out. Let's see how it goes. This will basically always be inconsistent in terms of speed because of nut and bad affinity, but if he hits it instantly, it's basically instant win. So I think I'm going to keep it like this. It's a pretty fast run and I think it's going to be very consistent in terms of survivability. Okay, so I rebuild the team again and I want to see how it works. And let's check it out. It's a decent run, so I think I'm going to keep it like this. Seems to be really consistent, so let's just keep it. Okay, so I'm not gonna touch anything here. This is his team. I just upgraded the gloves on this one because she was missing them, as I used them with something else. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is working perfectly, so no need to change anything. It's a really good timing, and I think it would be a mistake to try and fix something that's not broken, right? Okay, so he mentioned to me he hates doing this boss. I just did stage 10 with a new team, all about speed and balance, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work for everything. I'm not even sure how far I should go. Okay, I managed to limp my way to force stage 14. Did I mention I hate this boss too? Because I do. Okay, so this is going to be clan boss run on Void Affinity. Okay, I want to hit this thing one more time because it's different affinity. So I just want to check how it's going to look like and if it's going to stay consistent. Yeah, that's pretty damn consistent. Okay, that's very nice to see. Okay, so these are his previous teams for Hydra. I plan on remaking all of these, so they probably won't be perfect because that's a lot of work. I think I can deal with this. It did around 43 million on normal, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we can beat that easily. Okay, I think this is going to be the first actual attempt on Hydra Hard with a pretty good team, I would say. And yeah, let's start and see how it goes. Okay, so we are nearing the end here. Obviously, this was like third or fourth try. RNG on Hydra is a really bad concept in my opinion, especially like wrong Hydra heads appearing. Also, there's affinity problems, getting resisted even though you have enough accuracy, getting like not resisting when you have enough resistance, and many other problems that can happen in between. Honestly, this team should be able to beat Hydra hard, I mean wonky it, without many problems, but for some reason this was pretty painful. Anyways, it could be the rotation as well. But I'm pretty happy with the result, especially since first time around it was like 3 keys, about 44 million on normal. So I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, so here's the first normal Hydra run. I had to switch teams around quite a bit, but in the end I ended up with this. And I'm very happy with this. This is basically the total number of 3 keys before is now just 1 key. And that's awesome. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to run the second team and see how that goes. This is the last fight of the normal. It's 24.5. Not the best, I would say. Maybe with switching some gear or improving some gear on some of these champions. I didn't want to switch too much because Big Un has a stun set on him, which means he's used in, multiple purposes like wave clearing and stuff. So I didn't want to touch that. There's also a possibility on moving sheep from Vidir and getting like miracle heal, so it's a lot easier to keep people alive. But for now, I think this is good enough, so I'm going to leave it right here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the amount of champions that I built out and what I prioritized. Not obviously, priority was on accuracy, crit damage, and speed in this case because he's in the clan boss team. I built out Solus. He was also mostly damage. He's used in Hydra as a taunt. Also needs accuracy, obviously, and yeah, he's pretty decent damage actually. Sun Wukong also built him with accuracy, some speed, also with some damage. He's also used for Hydra, also used in Arena and Tag Team Arena, so he's pretty good. The plan was to use her for Hydra as a taunt, but in the end I didn't need it for this rotation, so I just, used whatever she got on her and that was it. Next was Marshall. He's also damage, needs a lot of accuracy because he places a lot of debuffs like Leech and Fear, puts out some buffs like increased speed and crit damage. I also used him on Hydra and in different areas as well. Tested him out on some dungeons, and yeah, that's about it. Vitrella doesn't really need an introduction for high accuracy because she gets resistance from it as well. Build her very tanky, also with some speed. She is used in Hydra as well because of her ability to hex, gives out very nice buffs and has a cleanse as well, so she's very useful. I actually didn't build to Hanarak at all. I was planning on using her in Clan Boss, and in the end I didn't do it, so I'm gonna remove this. Also, I guess I'm going to remove this. Next one, I used Lydia for many different things like dungeons, also in Hydra. Is a very useful champion, has increased movement speed, also has strengthen, has a lot of debuffs as well, including decreased defense and weaken. So she's extremely powerful and extremely good. Requires accuracy, speed, because you want her to be among the first to go, and that's about it. Ratalos, build him out. Doesn't really need accuracy, this is just the way the gear rolled. The reason for that is because bosses cannot resist his decreased defense. Not a lot of speed, but I built him with a decent amount of damage, also in Relentless set, because I want him to go as many times as he possibly can. Build Pythion, a very good champion, has cleanse ability, also has a lot of heals, can resurrect your team if need be. Used him on Hydra and things like Ice Golem because I want him to remove the freeze. And next we have Daliana. I wanted to use her in different places, ended up using her nowhere. No particular reason. She also has some decent things like Leech. She has block buffs. Yeah, I just didn't need her in the end. Arima built her with a ton of speed because I was trying to circumvent the Spirit Clan boss problem. I built her with a nice amount of damage and a lot of speed, so she's still very useful in things like Arena. I also use her in Hydra actually for the provoke, so she's still very good. Next we have Mighty Uko. Also a very good champion, has block debuffs, which is very useful for Hydra. He can also resurrect your team, has some good buffs, and yeah, very good champion. Artak, built him in a region and immortal set because I wanted him to solo some content in case the owner of the account needs it. Built him with a lot of resistance, a lot of accuracy, a lot of speed. His damage comes from his burn ability. So next we have Ninja. I didn't actually do much with him. I planned on doing something, but in the end I just didn't find a spot. Don't get me wrong, it's one of the best champions in the game, but we have two Gnuts, so built him with a lot of accuracy, some damage, and that's about it. Erndig came in very useful. I built him with a ton of damage and a ton of accuracy. He's in most, if not all, of the dungeon wave clearing team. So he's really good. He has decreased defense, decreased accuracy, also used in Hydra. So yeah, very good champion. Big M, actually he was in a stun set before, so I decided to leave him in the stun set because if the owner actually wants to use him for like wave clears and stuff, he can. I built him with a little bit of damage and a lot of accuracy for obvious reasons. He has stuns himself, so he's very good. Nut number 2, nothing much to say, a lot of accuracy, decent amount of speed, a lot of crit damage, that's about it. Duchess, obviously one of the best heroes in the game, gave her some speed, defense and HP. I wasn't really planning on doing it like this, like there was not much to do with her in terms of items. Not happy with her tankiness. She has a lot of defense but not a lot of HP. I think this can do even better, but the artifact problem was a problem. Geomancer, one of the best epics in the game, a ton of accuracy, a ton of speed, a ton of tankiness. Not a lot of HP, but a lot of defense. So he uses his burn ability, I'm sure you know about him, and he's really good in dealing damage, especially to bosses. Deacon, use him in Clan Boss. He's very slow because of the team synergy that needs to be speed tuned, so this is his speed. A lot of accuracy so he doesn't miss anything, and that's about it. Dark Kale actually wanted to use him on the Sand Devil. It didn't actually help, it didn't work because he can't survive the the hit. And we don't really have anything to sleep the boss right away, so we have to wait a turn, and that didn't exactly go as planned, so yeah. Seeker, really good epic champion, really good for clan boss. Also use him in clan boss. A lot of accuracy because I wanted to use him on Hydra for taunts in case the owner needs it. Speed is the speed tune for the clan boss, and yeah, HP and defense, that's about it. some attack as well, actually a decent amount of attack, so he does a decent amount on the boss. Ugo is one of my favorite epics, and the reason why is this skill here. It gives decreased defense and block buffs. Also has a cleanse 1 ability with a heal. Use him on a Hydra, or her. Use her on Hydra, and a lot of accuracy and decent amount of speed and tankiness. Coldheart, I didn't build most of her out. She just missed some items and I wanted to fix it because she was used in the Fire Knight and I didn't want the owner to come back and it's like Fire Knight is not working anymore. So yeah. And the last one is ARS. She is also in the clan boss team. She is one of the most important champions. She uses her cleanse to get rid of the stun. The main problem with the clan boss was actually Deacon because he was using his skills differently to what I wanted and had to change his AI. So once I did that, it worked perfectly. Anyways, that's about it. That's the summary. So after everything is said and done, it took me a long time to finish this. It took about 16 hours just to redo everything, the gearing, like think of the teams and, check everything out, test everything multiple times and stuff like that. So a few things I wanted to say I believe were mistakes. I saw he used a lot of 6-star glyphs on equipment that had either one roll to speed in it or no rolls into speed. So that's a big problem because when you think about it, you want to use that on the champions that you want to like lead your arena teams, have +8 speed and stuff like that. Maybe even the solo champions because you want them to be fast and things of that nature. The other thing I noticed is he has a severe lack of amulets, rings and banners, or accessories altogether, I should probably say. And that was a pretty big hindrance because in some cases I only had 1 or 2 banners that were like accuracy for some of these champions, and that was a problem because I needed to find that stuff somewhere else, like on the gear, maybe hindered some damage and stuff like that. Other than that, I think the problem was the legendary champions that had awakenings or souls. They were pretty low level, and most of the legendaries that he has didn't have any. That's a big problem. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's his fault, obviously. Maybe just got unlucky and stuff like that, but it was still pretty interesting to see on such a high level account. Other thing that's not really that important, but it kinda is naming your teams. Like, if I didn't name my teams on my account, I wouldn't know which team was doing what, or which dungeon, or which boss, or whatever, you know what I mean? So naming your teams is actually pretty important. Okay, so I talked to the owner of the account a little bit, and I told him about his accessory problem. So he told me, if possible, if I can make him a hard spider team. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to skip to as far as I can go. I'm hoping hard 10, and I'll see how it goes. Okay, so I got to stage 10. No problems, really. I just made a ragtag team just to, finish and get to stage 10. Now I'm actually going to refine the team and see the lowest amount of turns I can make it in. So yeah, let's test it out. Okay, let's see if we can do a 4-man team and see how it goes. Okay, perfect. 14 seconds. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we can, yeah, pretty proud with that. Okay, let's check out the Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Okay, so this is the Spirit Clan Boss, which was the question of the year because we get effed with the slows, and hopefully this works because Harima should be taking the stun for our cleanser, and if it works, I think we could even do a quick battle after and, check how it goes. Okay, that looks good. We're gonna do a quick run now and see how it goes. Okay, everybody hold your breath. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.